We are still in episode 1, part 3. The first part was about my birth. The second part, how we grew up. The third part, under 1, episode 1, is the school education. Today I'll start with the admission, P1, school activities. Then later on I'll go to P3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then secondary, then A-level, then university, then masters, until we reach to America. Thank you so much. Those who subscribe, thank you. Not yet, consider doing it. Friends, my name is Mwaka Emmanuel Lutomoy, or you can say Mwaka Emmanuel or Mwaka Lutomoy. Politicians call me Mwaka Lutomoy. My mother used to call me Emma or Emmy. Those 2 words. Now back to episode 1, 3. Education is one thing which is very important to actually, those days, actually schools and other schools like Sir Samuel Becker School, Kitgum High, Gulo High, Sacred Heart were one of the best in the country, such that many from the central would go to actually Lao Otesu or Ombachi in West Nile. There were many powerful schools. People like Aronda, the late general, was in Kitgum High. You can imagine. Actually were top because they would go to universities because they're so smart. Why? Because of how they teach them from the beginning. Any beginning, the foundation is the best for a child. The age of 1 to 7 is the best age of learning. Back to how we studied. To be admitted to P1, in our days, there was no nursery school. From home, you go to P1. I told you we learned ABCD, Abachada, Ga, Ta, Pa, Za, Ra. Those are the language we learned. That's why we can speak well. We learned first in P1 up to P2. You learn in actually Luo. Only P3 you start learning English. But the lower class purely left Luo, or actually language. Now admission was interesting to see P1. What they do when you go for admission. I went to Obia Highland Primary School. In Obia Highland, in Obia Highland, there used to be many first grade, many, including my big sister. She was a very intelligent lady, and she got first grade. I remember Dr. Ochan, who is now a witch, who is now in Makere University, a professor, was in Obia Highland, ahead of us, though, 2 classes with other sisters of mine. People like DEK, who's engineer moving around the world, Komakech DEK. These are products of Obia Highland, including me. So for admission that day, you go, because they were young people. Like me, I was a little young. I think about 6 or so, or 5, I don't remember. Because you put your hand on this hand, must touch this ear. You put like this and you must touch the ear. So if your hand cannot touch your ear, that means you're below 7. So me that tried several times, my hands could not reach. Then they went for another test. They asked me to recite A, B, C, D. I recited so well. And they said, this boy is smart. So well. Then those some in P3, because I was taught by my uncle and my sisters who were in higher classes. Now, when they admit you, in the school program, we had a timekeeper. I think it's about in P7. I mean, primary 6. You would go and hit the bell every time. Each time he hits a warning, one is about 1, we are listening and we sing DEK MALAKWANG OLEL and flashing Achiro Marateo Tapu Man for the teeth. Oh, DEK MALAKWANG OLEL Maan Furatiri Achiro Marateo Tapu Maan Furatiri. That's the song they used to sing. I told you from the onset, I don't know how to sing, but that's the song. So when they hit the warning, that's the song we sing. DEK MALAKWANG OLEL Maan Furatiri Achiro Maratatapo, meaning the food called Malakwang Olel. When I was still young, I used to eat everything and everything in the plate. That's what we sing, because it's time to go and eat. Now, in the morning, we go to class. Before the class, we go with they give rooms, we sweep the compound, and the compound is clean. After that, we go to class. In the class, they start teaching us in Luo and English, A, B, C, D, learning how to write 8 like this, 8, 8, 8. You write 8, 8. You keep on writing 8. You write 1, you write 2, you write S. You see, I didn't tell you that when I was a national spokesman, because I gave you my name, but I was former elected national spokesman, Democratic Party in Uganda, and I was appointed Deputy Resident District Commissioner, LERA, RDC. But in 2011, I and other leaders in Uganda organized a protest called Walk to Work. This was against high cost of living, a protest. Over 8 people were killed. You saw how Dr. Besigye was manhandled. Some of us broke the hands, the back, and affected my spines. It gave me a neurological disease that affects my speech and walking. I have hit and I move with the sick oil cane. So when I have challenges speaking, please bear with me. So let's get back to when you're admitted. In class, they teach us up to about 9. When the sun is getting up, they bring us out for PE, physical education. Then we used to have PE. So every 9, we go out, the teacher takes you out. You jump